Hey, it's Father Taylor here, and it is Thursday, April 17th. This is Maundy Thursday. You guys know that the word Maundy, a word we don't use very often, is derived from the Latin word mandare, which means to command. And this is because Jesus says, I give you a new commandment to love one another. It's also the night that Jesus instituted the idea of Holy Communion and the practice of that, and commanded to continue that until he returns. And so it's a big night, and just in terms of all the pieces. I think what's even more important is that it is so difficult for us, at least for me, to get everything else out off the table, so to speak, like in my thoughts, my emotions, where I'm racing to next, to really focus on what God has done through Jesus on this night, and then on Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter. As a person who gets a little more involved than the average parishioner, I'm not quite at 30 years of doing this as a clergy person, but I find that I never totally exhaust all that's going on. What I mean is, certainly, as guys like N.T. Wright have pointed out, the cross is really the new Exodus. It's a revolution that has begun. And so what he's talking about is there's a worldwide shift. I mean, like a shift in the cosmos, not that we use that word very often, but with all the powers and principalities and some of the factors like death. I mean, there's been a huge change and a shift in things which we might call the unseen realities of the world. At the same time, that has had a huge shift on humanity, as you might not think about it, but in Roman times and in those ages prior to Jesus and the resurrection and the Christian church, there was no worldwide understanding of human rights or poverty or medical care for all people, things like that. So even though there's tremendous suffering in the world, there have been some visible shifts. But that becomes, on Monday, Thursday, and Good Friday, those things fade a bit, because what we're drawn into is the very personal, like you, yourself, and God working and speaking with you and being with you, and the actual experience of Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter as something that which takes place, which is more than an intellectual assumption of some new ideas and some concepts. It's something which is felt and very visceral. And so I'm praying for all of us that we were able to enter into that. And I never know exactly how God is going to be working in my heart or in our congregation or in your heart. But we're praying for to be fully present to these acts. So anyway, here's what's going on. So tonight is the early show, 6 o'clock, Monday, Thursday. It begins with a kind of a soup and bread dinner, 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, Good Friday services, 7 o'clock. The service of light, which is a shorter version, which sort of like the vigil, except it does not end with communion or Easter celebration. The service of light begins at 7:30. So 6, 7, 7:30. One Sunday service, 9:15, with reception upstairs. Although most people want to go home, it's a family day. We'll have some coffee and some stuff upstairs. On Saturday, even if you don't have kids, I'm suggesting you invite some, but we will need you to come out to the Easter egg hunt, which is one of the largest community-wide services we do. It's right in line with things like what we do at Christmas and Halloween. These are occasions for people to come onto our campus and to be with us, not just the plastic egg, to be with us. So we have one group, the veterans come, they're coming early to the kitchen. And so there'll be breakfast served, pancakes being served at 10. The egg event itself is at 11. Amanda, that means Amanda has got people already out there working in the morning. So you may want to come out early to help us kind of set those things up, take some pictures, be with us, bring your grandkids, bring your kids. So that's a whole event in itself. But anyway, so our evening events, Monday, Thursday, 6, Good Friday, 7, and the Easter, well, not the vigil, service of light, 7:30, and one service, 9:15 on Sunday. Be praying for us and our whole community and the whole world. Ask your special prayers for our friends in Nigeria. Of recent years, folks have chosen that this is the best time to persecute Christians when they gather for their big events. So there have been massacres, like on Christmas Day. So we're praying for God's protection for Bishop Dogo and Bishop John, people in Kafanchan, up on all those regions where we're integrally involved. So please pray for their safety as well. So God bless you guys. And I look forward to worshiping with you and entering into these 3 days together.